Shit.
For real.
When loyalty turns into betrayal and legends clash with rising stars, things get intense. Floyd "Money" Mayweather, the undefeated boxing legend who changed the sport forever, is now facing one of his most explosive challenges yet. But it's not from an opponent in the ring. This time, it's personal. Gervonta "Tank" Davis, the young prodigy Mayweather once mentored and guided to greatness, has shifted from protégé to rival. Now, former family ties are unraveling, and the fight isn't just about boxing. It's about respect, loyalty, and unfinished business. At the center of all this chaos is Calvin Ford, Tank's former coach and the man who helped build his career. Now, he's joined forces with Floyd Mayweather under Mayweather Promotions. What seemed like a simple business move quickly spiraled out of control. A public clash between Floyd and Tank exploded into a heated argument that turned into a full-blown brawl, leaving the boxing world in shock. But this isn't just about pride. It's a high-stakes fight for power, legacy, and control. It all began with a decision that some call business and others call betrayal. Calvin Ford, the coach who stood by Gervonta Davis through every step of his journey, made headlines by signing with Mayweather Promotions. For Calvin, it was a strategic move, but for Tank, it felt like a knife in the back. Get ready, because this story is loaded with drama, punches, and jaw-dropping twists.
You know, Calvin, he been with me since I was 7. I used to sleep in Coach Calvin's house. I used to sleep at his job when he was working at a seafood restaurant in Baltimore.
When I had to train Tank, when I didn't want him to get in trouble and I wanted to make sure we was together, I used to take him to work with me. And he'd chill. Everybody know him. Everybody know him at work.
Remember, Calvin used to fuss at the guys that was coming up with me, and they was in the streets a lot. He was telling them, like, you can't have 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You gotta be, like, all the way in it, like, focus on the goal, you know, and them guys, they went left, and unfortunately, they got killed.
You weigh the odds out like that. Do you want him to go to jail or you want him to live? That's the whole idea, to come to the boxing gym.
If I ain't had the people I had around me, like the people that started with me and things like that, I probably would have been off the same.
Why does this cut so deep? Because Calvin Ford isn't just any coach. He's the man who molded Tank into the knockout machine he is today. From the tough gyms of Baltimore to headlining sold-out arenas, Calvin and Tank were once an unstoppable duo. But now, Calvin's decision to side with Floyd has sent shockwaves through the boxing world, creating tension and consequences no one saw coming.
You want to see you as a guy that's in his trainer, that's like a father figure to him. You're training him all the time. You know him. Both y'all from the streets of Baltimore the whole bit. Who do you want to see Tank fight next?
I want him to get all of them that ran their mouth.
Tank has never held back about his strained relationship with Floyd, openly accusing him of being controlling and downplaying his growth as a fighter. So when Calvin joined Floyd's camp, it felt like the ultimate betrayal to Tank, and he wasn't about to stay silent.
You know, Calvin, he been with me since I was 7. I used to sleep in Coach Calvin's house. I used to sleep at his job when he was working at a seafood restaurant in Baltimore.
When I had to train Tank, when I didn't want him to get in trouble and I wanted to make sure we was together, I used to take him to work with me. And he'd chill. Everybody know him. Everybody know him at work.
Remember, Calvin used to fuss at the guys that was coming up with me, and they was in the streets a lot. He was telling them, like, you can't have 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You gotta be, like, all the way in it, like, focus on the goal, you know, and them guys, they went left, and unfortunately, they got killed.
You weigh the odds out like that. Do you want him to go to jail or you want him to live? That's the whole idea, to come to the boxing gym.
If I ain't had the people I had around me, like the people that started with me and things like that, I probably would have been off the scene for a long time.
The clash between Floyd and Tank erupted at a public charity event in Las Vegas. What was meant to be a peaceful gathering quickly spiraled into a chaotic spectacle, drawing everyone's attention. At the charity event in Las Vegas, Tank publicly confronted Floyd, calling him out for bringing Calvin Ford onto his team. In front of cameras, Davis reportedly shouted, "Asterisk, you took the one person who had my back. You can't stand to see me win without you. Asterisk, never one to back down." Floyd fired back, "I made you, Tank. Don't forget who gave you this platform. You think Calvin's going to help you beat me? Keep dreaming." The argument quickly escalated, with both men shouting over each other as the crowd watched in shock. Witnesses described the exchange as explosive. Tank accused Floyd of sabotaging his career out of jealousy, while Floyd shot back that Tank was ungrateful for everything he had done. But that's nothing new. Floyd has always been outspoken about Tank's lack of gratitude.
My thing is, I've always been there for him from day one. We had a game plan, and my game plan was to help him become world champion and take things to that next level. And I've always been there for him. And just over the years, you can see I've always been positive, always said great things about him, always pushed him to be great. And, but over the years, it's constantly going on the internet, take a shot at Floyd, take a shot at Floyd, take a shot at Floyd. Constantly be disrespectful, when all I ever been was respectful to try to help this fighter go as far as he could possibly go. That's all.
It didn't take long for the heated argument to explode into a full-blown fist fight. Things took a dramatic turn when Tank shoved Floyd, and all hell broke loose. Members from both camps rushed in to break them apart, but chaos erupted as punches started flying. Video footage from the scene shows Tank throwing a punch at one of Floyd's team members, while Floyd was held back by security, struggling to get involved. What started as a war of words quickly spiraled into an all-out brawl, leaving the boxing world stunned.
Bitch, I'ma kill that motherfucker. When I catch you, motherfucker, I kill you, motherfucker. You crazy? Chill. I know the fuck these niggas playing with. I don't play no motherfucking haste. I'll fuck you up, motherfucker. I'll fuck you up.
Calvin Ford, who was at the event, tried to calm things down but became a target of Tank's fury. "You're a sellout," Tank shouted at his former coach. The brawl raged on for several chaotic minutes before security finally managed to separate everyone. Thankfully, no one was seriously injured, but the damage was already done. Their reputations took a hit, and the cracks in their already broken relationships only grew deeper.
Waiting to sit down and talk to him one-on-one, saying what his mental at. Whatever he want to do, I just prepare him for it mentally, you know what I'm saying?
After the fight, Tank went on Instagram Live to speak directly to his fans and didn't hold back. He said Floyd has always been about control and can't stand that he's doing his own thing. Tank also mentioned that the drama is distracting him from his upcoming fight with Lamont Roach. He said he should be focusing on his next fight, but is stuck dealing with this mess. He made it clear that people are trying to break him, but he's built to handle it. This feud goes beyond personal issues. It's a clash of mindsets. Floyd represents the old-school approach, a calculated businessman who controls every part of his empire. Tank stands for a new generation of fighters who value independence and staying true to themselves.
Set you off that you was like, I gotta do that.
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause it's weird. I feel like y'all got, I would say love hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of the
deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing
this
it.
Exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Tank, no cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
But as the dust settles, one big question remains. What does this mean for Tank's career? With Calvin Ford now siding with Floyd, Tank faces a new kind of pressure. He's not only preparing to fight Lamont Roach, but also fighting off the narrative that he can't win without his old team. And let's be clear, Lamont Roach is no pushover. This fight is serious, with a lot at stake. Gervonta Davis is known for his knockout power. His undefeated record and high number of stoppages speak for themselves. Who could forget that brutal body shot that folded Ryan Garcia? Tank doesn't just win fights. He makes statements every time he steps into the ring.
Tank Davis, bad dude. See, what I like about Tank is Tank brings something different. You know, back in the days, everybody had something. Muhammad Ali was a mover boxer. George was a puncher. Ernest Shavers was a puncher. Everybody had something they brought to the table. Larry Holmes had a jab. Mike Weaver had overhand right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has something. That division now is full, and Tank having to be the knockout guy of the division. He the one with the main knockout power. Garcia has it too, but Tank got that real knockout power that, like, if Tank hit one of them clean, usually they gonna have a problem. So it's like, I like Tank. Every now and then, I think when he knows he can beat somebody, he probably don't lock in as hard, but I think when they bring challenges, he locks in.
Yeah, he fights to the level of his competition.
Yeah,
he's doing that a lot.
And he got to be careful of that.
2 fights ago, he was really doing that.
You feel me? So you got to be careful of that, because if you come in and think somebody is not at your level and you underestimate them, it can get you beat. So that's the only thing I think you got to be careful of. Other than that, Tank is a really good.
That's what makes this fight so compelling. Tank is stepping in as the heavy favorite. But let's be honest, this isn't just about getting another win. It's about proving to the world that he's still on top and that no one in the division can challenge him. But with that comes a lot of pressure. All eyes are on Tank, and it's all on him to back up his reputation and prove he doesn't need anyone to succeed. Lamont Roach might not have the same one-punch knockout power as Tank, but he makes up for it with his technical skills. He's a sharp counterpuncher with exceptional footwork and knows how to frustrate aggressive fighters like Davis. Roach has been carefully studying Tank's style, and during their face-off, he made it clear. He's not stepping into the ring to become another highlight on Davis's record. He's coming to win.
Ceiling, but nothing is feeling like anyone has any fucking ability to even stick to a subject is killing me. The inability to pin humility. Under the back hole. Get it on the creek in a minute. Got me thinking of finishing everything with a seed a minute. Then reaping the benefits. I'm asleep at the Willikin as I'm thinking about an evil intent of another feed. I'm killing it. Cause even if I got it in a meeting, it can even get me.
With Calvin Ford no longer in his corner, it'll be interesting to see how Tank adjusts under his new coach, Derrick James. And here's where it gets even more intriguing. Derrick James isn't new to Tank's style. He actually trained Frank Martin, one of Tank's recent opponents. That means James has already spent time studying Tank. But now the roles have flipped. Instead of trying to beat Tank, he's been brought in to prepare him for his next fight. This twist adds another layer of strategy and unpredictability to Tank's upcoming matchup.
Y'all gotta watch these guys,
right,
man.
He's a good fighter, yeah.
He was a Golden Gloves champ from Indianapolis, right?
That's right. National Golden Glove champ, yeah.
Yeah, man, and he's got some skills, dog. Like, I was like, that's a good one to add to the squad if you're gonna add one.
How old is he?
I think he's like 26.
Okay.
So he's still young.
Yes, young.
Yeah. Still, and listen, this thing about it, he's still getting better. He's still, because this is our third fight together. So you gotta understand that, like, once he gets everything I'm telling him, the growth process, he's gonna be amazing. And listen, he may be fighting for a world championship pretty soon. So
I was gonna say, I wouldn't mind watching him and Gervonta Davis.
Yeah, the same way, yeah.
Yeah, like
they sparred before the same way, same way.
Oh, they have sparred before?
They sparred before, yeah.
How'd that go?
I don't know. I went. Yeah. I wasn't there.
What you think about Gervonta Davis?
I like him. I like him as an individual, man. I like him. I know him. You know, and I like him. I think it'll be a good fight. I think that Frank matches up pretty well.
Yeah.
But most of the guys that Gervonta, I think, will be probably the toughest.
Switching from Calvin Ford to Derrick James raises a big question. Is this change an upgrade or a downgrade for Tank? Only time will tell. For Calvin Ford, joining Mayweather Promotions has been a double-edged sword. On one hand, it's a huge opportunity to work alongside one of boxing's greatest minds. On the other hand, it's come at the cost of his relationship with Tank. It's a dramatic shift from the days when Ford stood by Tank and openly criticized Floyd to now being part of Floyd's team. The dynamics have completely changed, and the impact on everyone involved is still unfolding.
The thing I want to touch on is the Floyd situation. You know, Floyd is Floyd. That's like I say, Tank is Tank, man. But at the end of the day, you know, the man is chasing greatness. And you should be supporting that. I always tell you that. You should be supporting that, you know. It's a rocky road that we seeing what's going on. Just pay attention, man. The story is going to reveal itself, you know. But again, that's how you burn bridges. Somebody said, they say the true colors of a person is coming out, man, because they can't stand it, you know. Calm is I don't like using that word calm, you know, but our Lord knows. He knows. He knows.
Why would Calvin Ford, who has always been loyal to Tank, suddenly switch sides? Ford has stayed mostly silent about his decision, but insiders suggest he views this as a rare opportunity to advance his career. Working with Mayweather Promotions gives him access to bigger platforms, resources, and connections in the boxing world, something that could take his coaching career to the next level. Still, the move raises questions about loyalty and ambition, leaving many wondering if the career boost was worth sacrificing his bond with Tank.
Roger never got Trainer of the Year when Floyd was Fighter of the Year. Yeah. His dad never got Trainer of the Year. So, you know, I've been openly expressing that. And I think it's time that Calvin gets his just due.
Floyd's empire is huge, and joining Mayweather Promotions gives Calvin Ford a chance to work with more fighters, gain more exposure, and land bigger fights than he ever imagined. This move could take his career to new heights, but it also risks the bond he had with Tank.
So his lifestyle, he may be friends with the guy that fights that fights in the main event, but he can't live the same lifestyle that the main event fighter lives.
But this move isn't just about advancing his career. Rumor has it that Ford might be feeling some resentment toward Tank, especially after all the recent chaos. From legal troubles to courtroom appearances and Tank's roller coaster personal life making headlines, Ford may have felt it was time to step away.
For battery, domestic violence. Put your hands behind your back. You got handcuffs?
Hey, the little one inside.
You don't gotta ask me, Bob.
Well, we need to make sure she's with somebody.
She's okay. She's with somebody.
Okay. Listen, I get you that you're upset, but we can't just say.
Joining Mayweather Promotions might be Ford's way of moving forward with a more stable and professional team, something Tank hasn't always been able to offer. This move could give Ford the consistency and structure he's been looking for in his career.
He didn't have a chance to focus 100% on boxing. You know, one day you're worried about the position that your family is in. You worry about your living conditions.
So how is Tank handling all this? Not well, and that's no surprise. Sources close to him say he feels completely betrayed, viewing Ford's move as him choosing Floyd over him. Rumors were already swirling that Ford had been secretly sharing Tank's training tips with Floyd, and this official signing feels like a slap in the face. For Tank, it's more than just business. It's personal.
Calvin Ford, what does he mean to you when you hear that name? What does he mean when you first hear that?
A father. Father. And then
As the feud between Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis escalates, one thing is certain. The boxing world has never witnessed drama like this. What began as a professional disagreement has spiraled into an all-out war, with careers and legacies now on the line. But it raises a big question. What really caused the fallout between Tank and Floyd? These two were once inseparable. So what went wrong? Reports suggest that Floyd may have crossed serious lines. He allegedly hired people to confront Tank during his solo runs, targeting him when he was most vulnerable. It didn't stop there. Floyd also spied on Tank and even tipped off his former opponent, Frank Martin, about his whereabouts. Having trained Tank for years, Floyd knew all his strategies and reportedly shared them with Martin. For Tank, this felt like the ultimate betrayal, and he's not taking it lightly.
he the one told Frank that I was running at 7 o'clock in the morning, Friday. He told Frank that. He was giving Frank tips and stuff like that. I seen his people's drive by while I was running. It's cool. It's all right. I don't really think too much of it. He's not gonna hurt me. You know what I mean? So it's good to beef with him than be cool with him, because he can do some crazy stuff. He'll picture him bad situation.
But here's the real shocker. Tank dropped a major bombshell that shook everything up. We all know Floyd Mayweather is a boxing legend, but he's also extremely protective when it comes to his family, especially his daughter, Yaya Mayweather. Yaya has already been in the spotlight for her rocky relationship with rapper NBA Youngboy. But now there's even more drama unfolding, and it's juicy.
Last night was fun, though. We had fun. We were having a simple conversation that happened to be on live, and I said what I said.
Enter Gervonta "Tank" Davis, Floyd's star protege known for dominating in the ring. But lately, Tank has been making headlines for more than just his knockouts. Rumor has it that he was secretly involved with Yaya Mayweather, Floyd's daughter. And who exposed this shocking detail? None other than Ryan Garcia.
I already knew about all that. Once Gervonta fucked Floyd Mayweather's daughter, and that's not even a secret. That's not something I'm exposing.
That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and tap the bell icon so you never miss our future uploads. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments below. Stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next video.